Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Discovering Disney podcast. This is a brand new channel that we're bringing you here today on YouTube. My name is Nathan. This is my younger brother, Micah.
Hello, everybody.
And we are excited to be bringing you this content. So we looked on the internet, YouTube specifically, and we couldn't find a platform quite like ours, which is providing viewers with unique perspectives and points of view on Walt Disney World in Orlando, Florida. But the catch is, this will be coming from an adult's point of view and a kid's point of view. Yes, Micah is my younger brother, but we have a slight age gap, and that offers us a unique way to show you guys our opinions on why Walt Disney World is so great. So, let me give you a little bit of background on me and why I'm here and wanted to start this channel. I've been to Walt Disney World over a dozen times in my life, literally since I was a newborn baby. I've experienced many things there, and I love it every time I go back. It just gives you a certain feeling every time you see the castle or you see your favorite landmark or ride. But yeah, that's essentially why I want to help either first-time travelers, returning travelers, or people that are just looking for entertainment. So that's why I'm here at Discovering Disney, and I will turn it over to my brother for his little personal intro and why he wanted to start this channel with me. So Micah, take it away.
Alright, so I love Disney World, and every time I go there, I get this amazing feeling that I've never felt anywhere else, and it's just so magical. I love it, and I never get sick of it. So
Okay, so without further ado, we are going to start our first playlist, and with our first video, our first playlist is going to be the rankings of Walt Disney World. So the first video that we're going to bring you today is Tomorrowland attraction rankings. Now, there are 7 attractions here that we have listed, and both my brother and I will be going from least favorite to most favorite, starting with 7 and finishing at 1. And we're going to tell you why we felt that way. So I'm going to start with Micah. He's going to give you his least favorite attraction in Magic Kingdom's Tomorrowland. He's going to explain it. We're going to alternate, and then we're eventually going to go up to our number 1. So we hope you enjoy, and Micah, take it away.
Alright, so my number 7 is the Astro Orbiter. This ride is just a carnival ride. No matter what you do to it, skin down, it's just a carnival ride. And I've been on this once, and the view is pretty cool, but there's a lot more rides in Tomorrowland that are better than this. So it's just Dumbo with rockets. So what's your number 7?
Yeah, my number 7 is also the Astro Orbiter. Like he said, this is really a carnival ride. I wouldn't waste too much time going on this attraction.
This ride once had like a 60-minute wait, I believe.
Yeah, anything above a walk-on here, which means a 0-minute wait, is just overvalued. So it's not a big deal if you and the kids miss this ride. It's a cool theme. You're on rockets, like on the Dumbo ride. It goes in circles. It's just nothing special, and compared to the other attractions around you, this is just not what you want to hit. So that'll bring us to our number 6. Micah, what do you have for number 6?
My number 6 is the Tomorrowland Speedway. Now, don't get me wrong, it's not that bad, but it's a lot more fun when you're little. Once you go on real go-karts, though, that aren't on a track, this just isn't that fun anymore, you know? It's one of those kids' rides. Like, you have a blast when you're really little. But as you get older, you realize, hey, there's a lot more rides in Disney World that are way more enjoyable than this. So, what's your number 6?
Funny thing is, my number 6 is also the Tomorrowland Speedway. I agree with everything that he said, in that when you are little, this is a very fun ride. It's go-karts that are installed on a pre-made track, so you're not going rogue and you're not going to be using them as bumper cars. I apologize to all our action lovers out there. But it's rather loud, a lot of pollution, so it smells bad, and it takes up a ton of space. I get it. It's a Walt Disney World original attraction from 1971, but it's not that thrilling. So as I was saying, with little ones, it can be pretty fun. But if you're looking for a dynamic, action-seeking attraction, and you don't have kids, I would recommend not going on this one. It's rather slow, and it's really not worth the wait most times. There's not a great value for what you're waiting for here, so that is why it's my number 6 as well. So I will hand it over to Micah here for his number 5. What do you have for number 5?
My number 5 is Space Mountain. Now, a lot of people are probably going to get offended by this one, but I don't know. It's just like a little Six Flags roller coaster, but there's like lights and it's dark and there's like some other things in there. Don't get me wrong, it's a classic, but I don't know. I just never really liked this one.
So my number 5 is the Monsters Inc. Laugh Floor. This is not a ride. This is attraction. This is an attraction. So don't expect a ride going into this. It's a comedy show. It's cute. The kids will laugh and find it funny. The adults will laugh and find it funny. It's a cool show centered around Mike Wazowski from Monsters Inc. as the comedian. Roz makes a few appearances. So it's fun. But like I said, there are other things to explore, especially in Tomorrowland, so that's why this one is still in the bottom half of my list. So that brings us to number 4. Micah, what do you have for number 4?
My number 4 is the Monsters Inc. Laugh Floor. The last time we went on this attraction, one of our family members actually got picked, and that made it a lot more fun. So that's one of the fun parts about it. It's interactive.
Very interactive.
You can text in jokes, and if you get picked, like, a Monsters Inc. character will read your joke, and there is some interactive parts where, like, the camera will zoom in, or, like, you could talk to the microphone. I don't know, I've just always liked this attraction. I thought it was pretty fun.
So that'll bring us to our number 3. Or, this is my number 4, I apologize. This will be my number 4. I put down Space Mountain for this one, and like Micah said, I don't want to offend anybody here. I'm not trying to make Disney purists or Disney diehards mad with having Space Mountain all the way at 4 out of 7, but this one is very herky-jerky. So if you have back problems or any type of health issue, I would avoid this roller coaster. You generally come off feeling a little shaken. Great theming. Do not get me wrong. The theming is wonderful. The line is cool. You have different type of astronaut gear, and you feel like you're going into space. So it's fun. But it's a completely dark ride, so if you're scared of the dark, I would avoid this as well. It's fast and it's herky-jerky. It is thrilling, for sure. So action seekers, yes, hit this one up. I'm not saying don't go on this ride. I'm not saying don't go on any of these rides. But Space Mountain is a little bit... there's a little bit too much movement, and I feel a little bit too sore coming off of that. So that's why it's at my number 4. Now we transition into our number 3. So Micah, what is your third best attraction at Tomorrowland?
My third best attraction is the Buzz Lightyear Space Ranger Spin. This another interactive ride. This is a ride, not an attraction. It's a ride. You were in like a little... As a book I read, it's described it as you are shrinked down into an arcade game. That is the perfect description of it. You are in a little Omnimover, and you have a laser gun, and you shoot the Zerg targets. And at the end, your points are calculated, and it shows you a little scoreboard, and it's really fun because there's 2 people in the car, so if there's someone right next to you, you are competing to get the better score. And just, I love this ride. I love it.
So yeah, that brings me to my number 3, which is also Buzz Lightyear Space Ranger Spin. You feel like Buzz Lightyear fighting the Emperor Zurg from Toy Story. It's a wonderful setup, arcade setup, and children and adults will love this ride. I'm telling you, every time my family goes on it, we all come off feeling great. It's super fun. It's competitive, so if you have that competitive drive to you and you want to compete for a high score, this is a wonderful attraction for you. So yeah, everything that Micah said was true. It's interactive. It's fun. You will love Buzz Lightyear Space Ranger Spin. I highly recommend that you go to that one.
Also, a little secret here. I believe it is either the right or left arm on the orange robot in one of the first scenes if you shoot that, you get 100,000 points. So
Stay
try and
tuned. Pay
shoot that.
attention. Yeah, for sure. Okay, so that brings us to number 2 on our lists. So, Micah, what is your number 2 attraction?
My number 2 is the People Mover. People Mover is awesome. It's super relaxing. You go through all these scenes. You can go like kind of behind the scenes for these rides. It's just so relaxing, and that's the awesome part about this ride, is that it's not like herky-jerky or like too fast, too scary, too wild. It's just a calm, relaxing ride through Tomorrowland, and that's really all I have to say.
So, my number 2 is Walt Disney's Carousel of Progress. This is an iconic historical attraction. It was debuted at the World's Fair, and what year was it debuted in?
I believe it was 64.
1964? So yeah,
New
1964. That would be 56 years ago in New York. Walt Disney debuted this attraction, and it takes you from the past all the way back from like the 19th or 18th century and all the way into modern and futuristic time. So you're literally on a carousel traveling through time. That's the best way that I can describe it to you. The animatronics are amazing. The song is super catchy. You'll love everything about this attraction. It's super fun. We go on this every time we go to Disney World, and I love everything about it. So that's my number 2. Micah, what is your number 1?
My number 1 is Walt Disney's Carousel of Progress. Being a Walt original that has evolved over the years, man, this ride is just beautiful. I love history. I love things about the past. This attraction is just amazing. Walt did a great job with this ride, and we go on this every time. Like, most of the time we go there, like, this is the first thing we go on when we go to Disney World.
Yeah, it's a great attraction. Everything about it is great. Make sure to hit this one up. So my number 1 is the Tomorrowland People Mover. The People Mover is probably one of the most relaxing attractions in Disney World. It takes you on a full tour of Tomorrowland. It's a constantly moving line. You never have to wait for this. It's always walk on. And it's just so relaxing in the middle of a hot Orlando summer day, or when your feet are tired and you just kick back. It takes you through everything. Inside of rides, literally the inside of Space Mountain, everything. You get wonderful views of the castle. You get picture opportunities left and right. I love everything about this ride, and that's why it's my number 1. It's just relaxing. It captures the idea of vacation so well to me. So that's why it's my number 1. Okay, so that wraps up our first rankings video that will be uploaded here and onto our rankings playlist coming at you soon. So make sure that you give this one a like and subscribe, and you join back with us tomorrow to go over our Frontier attraction rankings, a Frontierland attraction rankings in Disney's Magic Kingdom. We thank you for joining us. This is Nathan signing out, along with Micah as well.
Goodbye, everyone, and have a great, big, beautiful tomorrow.